Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 7 and the launch of Red, which is very exciting. We have a lot of firsts. We have a lot of firsts today. There she is. Hello.
How are you?
Kiki, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh my God, look
Wow,
at
you
that
look so
color
bright in the
on
back.
you.
Looks great.
Yeah, no, this is all of
Love it.
these are my creations. Oh my goodness, look at
Can you
the
see?
red
Yeah, the
on
red looks good, huh?
you. What's that?
The red looks great.
Yeah, I'm just giving a few shout outs to everyone who's joining. Kendra, I see you, girl. So you look gorgeous in the red.
So do you.
And
Cheers.
you have a cocktail. You have a little cocktail. Cheers. Cheers to
Cheers.
red.
Red.
Cheers. Cheers to wearing red, to drinking red. I love it. I love it. So, how's everything? So can we just see, can you kind of show us the top so that we can see the
Yeah.
beautiful color on you? Okay, amazing. Oh my God, yeah. So you did it. You worked it out. You worked it
Hi.
out, right?
Yeah.
I know. No, that's really good. That's really good. So I want to introduce you to my audience. This is Kiki Funny Mama. Also Kiki Young. She is an Asian American comic. Actually, you're my first Asian American comic to have on the show. And you're also the first LA-based
Oh,
comic.
wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so we've been doing just New York people. So this is like, we're taking it on the road, baby. We went cross country to get you, and we're just expanding this whole campaign, which is really exciting. So you are, I mean, forget a triple threat. You have like 5 or 6 things going on. You're a comedian, a producer, actress, writer, director, and host. Like it goes on and on and on. What I love, you're a stand-up comic, but you also have, different groups that you have founded. Crazy Woke Asians to start. And that really came from a place of wanting to create opportunities for Asian American comics and just talent in general, right?
Mhm.
And then you also have Sweet and Sour Chicks,
Yeah.
which I love. I love. And then you've been featured in the Seattle Times, San Diego Union Tribune, Asian Journal, and loads of other publications. And then you also partnered with NBC to host the first and largest Asian American Comedy Festival at Santa Monica Playhouse.
Yeah.
So
I did.
was that just a one-off, or will you be doing more?
We had it last year too. So I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah, we're gonna be in New York in May for Asian Heritage Month. We're doing a show at Caroline's on Broadway. So
Great.
I'm not sure shows or festival this year yet. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then your stand-up career is like on fire. You perform everywhere, including the Ice House, Laugh Factory, Flappers, the Comedy Studio, or Dow Comedy Studio, the Comedy Store. You've opened for Daryl Hammond and Kevin Nealon. So you are like a force to be reckoned with, but you're probably most known as Funny Mama to Sky, your 6-year-old son.
Yeah, my son. He's not
He's
here
like,
yet. I kept him
but
away.
you're grooming him for comedy.
He says he's a baby comedian.
He is. He is. I love all your content. It's absolutely hilarious. And you were born and raised in Hong Kong and speak Cantonese, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been in America?
I don't know, too long. More than I've been in Hong Kong now. So when I go back, they're like, you sound like a baby when you speak Cantonese. So I guess I can never win.
No. And how long Have you only lived in Los Angeles, or have you lived
No,
elsewhere in America?
we immigrated to Seattle first, and I lived in San Diego, and then I was coming to LA all the time, and then eventually we moved here. Yeah, and then
Okay.
yeah.
And how did you get into comedy? You were acting first, right?
Yeah, I was acting. I had a one-woman show that I played like 10 characters. It was kind of like my coming of age story. And my agent's husband was like, you should try stand-up because I guess part of some parts. Well, I was inspired by John Leguizamo. He has a
Oh,
lot of one-man shows that
yeah.
are very stand-up like, and I really
Yeah.
loved all his stuff. And then I tried it after I had my son. I was like, I need a new challenge. This is not challenging enough to be a mother. I don't know. I was like, I should do something for myself. So I signed up for this class, and it was just to get me started writing, just to start writing like stand-up format. And then there was a showcase. And after that, I was like, this is so much better because I could go up anytime. You don't need rehearsals like theater. And then I got
Well, and so many of you comics, like you so thrive on kind of that living on the edge of it's live, it's spontaneous, it's improv, anything can happen. And that's your happy place, which is pretty amazing.
yeah, it's like you get addicted to it. Haha.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. For your viewers who are tuning in, I'm Elizabeth Kosich. I'm founder of the Everybody Wrap. Been designing. I've been designing for over 15 years. First swimwear, then the Everybody Wrap, and we are just here to celebrate the launch of Red. As a fashion entrepreneur, as you know, like it's so exciting to meet different milestones for your business. So we have a lot to celebrate today. And the color red is the first color added to the Everybody Wraps core collection. And I chose red because it really is the most powerful color. It has the ability to spark the most emotions most frequently. And really, a woman in a red dress is just about the most memorable thing you can file away in your memory. And we're all about, feeling our best, looking our best, and making the biggest impact here at the Everybody Wrap. So red was super easy.
Yeah,
And
red, great.
yeah, and the color, I spent over a year developing the color. Red, has many different shades, and I wanted something that was, beautiful and compatible with warm complexions as well as cool complexions. So I didn't want, an orangey red that was like too tomato red or an oxblood that had too much blue in it. I wanted to be inclusive to everybody. So custom created this red color, which is neutral, it's very balanced, and it's deeply saturated for a little bit of drama, which I love.
Yeah. Reminds me of Lady in Red, the song Lady in Red.
I know.
You just want to walk over one of those vents in New York and go, whoo! It has that effect.
Know.
That's the whole dress, You put it on.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe or something.
Exactly. It definitely has that vibe. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into your body stats and talk about shape a little bit. But what we're going to do today, spoiler alert, Kiki is actually very balanced. She has a balanced shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to accentuate a curvy shape today and create curvy lines to accentuate the balance that you already have. But all three looks are going to be over the shoulder, which is kind of fun. We haven't done that yet. So why don't let's run through your stats. Tell me your height, weight, and bra size to start.
I'm 5'7", 120 pounds, and my bra 34B.
Okay, great. And then your body shape, is really like, it's curvy. So you're equal proportions on the top as you are on the bottom. So you're balanced, right?
Yeah.
With a small waist. So your waist goes in. Otherwise you'd be a straight body. Yeah. Yeah. No, I saw it. It's good. And your typical dress size?
Typical 2 to 4 or small, depending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do you like to accentuate and what do you like to camouflage?
Like accentuate the waist. Camouflage. I just think if you accentuate the right parts, the other parts will just camouflage itself. Like if you're focusing on another part. So
yeah. That's true. Sometimes you just have to accentuate and throw all your muscle into that and the rest melts away. I totally agree with you. So so what we're going to do is I'm going to demo 3 ways to style it, but just a reminder, to flatter a shape, you want to balance a shape. And so for you, because you're already balanced, we're going to create lines for the eye so that we direct people's eye in a certain way to accentuate your best features. So the first way we have it, which is how you're wearing it, is off to one side, right?
yeah.
Let me just tilt this up for a second. So it's off to one side. So we're on one shoulder and we've got both straps. So it's off to one shoulder and then you loop it at the top of your shoulder and then you bring the straps back to the front. But when you do that, you're feeding them on the inside and out the middle. And we do this for 2 reasons. First, to add extra lift, and also to anchor down the center to create a little peekaboo vibe. So when we do that, we can create a little opening that you can, make it more revealing or less revealing, just however you want to do. And this essentially creates a line down to your small waist to accentuate the curves. So that's the first way. And that's how you have it wrapped. So can you show us your torso for a second? Yeah. Yeah. And so you have it a little bit more revealing and you're all, and you have it really tight at the top. Like you want to do a really taut knot so that you're nice and held in. So the other way we're going to wrap it is, again, the starting point for today is off one shoulder. So you have it off to one shoulder and you bring it around to the front, loop it around the neck, around to the front, and then you thread it through underneath the neck. Wow. Very easy. And then you flip it back. And then you just take one of the straps and thread it to the other side so that you have both on one side and you can wrap it around your waist. And this one is so great because you're creating a little twist at the neck and you have options. You can flatten this out and give yourself more back coverage, or you can kind of put it in and wrap it under for more bust lift like that. Yeah. So that's a good little trick. And here you can see that it just creates a really beautiful little twisted knot like that. It's like that. That's how I usually do it. And easy enough. You have a cute little like twisted neck. And then the last way is we're bringing this back to our starting point and taking it off to one shoulder, and then you have it around the neck and to the front. And this one, is so easy. You just loop it under your arm and just around the waist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And here we're creating curves. The neck knot created like an hourglass. It reinforced a figure eight. And this one is just creating more curves to emphasize your curves. So it's that easy. And I just loop it around and then just like tuck it in.
Nice.
I don't even knot it. I don't do any of that. So it's super, super easy.
Easy.
Very, very easy. So those are 3 ways to wear it for the hourglass ladies out there. And I'm just curious, let's talk about the color red in China, because it's like culturally such a significant color in your culture. You were, born and raised in Hong Kong. And I mean, throughout Asia, red really symbolizes good fortune, happiness, joy. What was your experience growing up?
I'm like, I just want these. Just red envelopes. That's my experience growing up. I was only there for 12 years, but this is what I wanted every year. This makes me happy. You get so much money when it's New Year's. Like here now, I'm a mom, so I have to give them out, but in Hong Kong it's amazing. And then the red, everything, the cherry blossom, like just the red symbolizes such good fortune. When you get married, you wear red. You have the Chinese red silk dress, and then the groom can wear red too. Everything is red. Everything is the double happiness. Yeah, it's just when I see red. My car used to be red. I had a red car, like a cherry red. I just feel so fiery, and like it's just when I'm down. When there's one rainy day in LA, like that never happens. But lately it's been raining. Like you look at the car and you're like, oh, I feel happy again. It's red, you just feel like it picks you up. Yeah.
No, it does. And in Asia, like they have red lanterns.
Yes.
At the entryway, which is very significant.
Yes.
And
kind of like your earrings, kind of pretty.
Yeah, very festive and flirty. And what the red envelopes, and then also on gates and like other entryways. I think it was like there's a symbol, I think an X or an XI, and then it's always in red for good luck, right?
I think maybe in China it's always like that, but for Hong Kong, I just remember, we have the wedding banquets and the Lunar New Year, then it's like red everywhere. Like you can buy the signs, even in Chinatown, you can get them. It's all red everywhere. And good fortune, and it's good to hang. We hung one outside our door just for New Year's, for Lunar New Year. Yeah, just to draw the fortune.
Yeah. I live in Chinatown here in Honolulu, and there's red everywhere. And then in New York City, some of my factories, they're all Chinese immigrants, and there is red everywhere. At every station, they have something red, like if the calendar or signage, or it's like living life in red for the Chinese, which is like I think it's China's national color. So it has great significance. And then Happy Year of the Tiger, right? And so Year of the Tiger, hopefully we have some good fortune coming our way. I think the tiger maybe keeps evil away, I think. So
and they're like strong and grounded, and thank you, Lisa. She said we look fabulous. Thank you. I'm just writing her back. Tiger. My husband's a year of a tiger. I'm a year of the horse. But they're supposed to be really fierce and passionate, and it draws good energy, especially for people not in the year of the tiger, not born in the year of the tiger. Do you know what year you were born in?
I do. I'm a rooster.
Oh, nice. I don't know do you know what's going on for you this? I think it's a good year for horse. Yeah.
Are you a horse?
Yeah, I'm a horse. So tigers and horses get along really well. So
Oh, do they? Who
yeah,
do roosters get along with?
I don't know. I think maybe dogs or
Maybe,
rabbits. Rabbits? Maybe rabbits.
maybe. Yeah. All I know is that my niece is also a rooster. So it's like,
Oh,
yeah, I mean, it only happens, I can't remember the year cycle, how many years they cycle through. Maybe there were 12 animals. But
yeah, something like that.
yeah, so anyway, so she's a rooster, so we have that in common. That's our little bond, which is kind of
Oh,
cool.
cute.
Yeah. So where are you going to wear your red dress?
Everywhere. I'm gonna wear it on stage when I do stand
Yeah.
up. Yeah, because it's pretty secure, so I don't feel like I'll be uncomfortable, and I feel like nothing's gonna pop out. So I feel like, and it's so bright, on stage. It looks great on stage. So
Yeah.
maybe take some pictures when I go to the park.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be great. Yeah, I'd love
Or
to
just
see
have
those.
brunch with my girlfriends.
For
Brunch
sure.
would be fun.
For sure. So what do you have coming up? How's LA these days? Like I mean, what is the comedy circuit like in LA right now?
It's quite busy now. I think everybody's going back out to shows. I think they're dropping the mask mandate soon. I have a show Saturday. It's a burlesque. I'm not dancing. I'm just doing stand up. And then next Friday, I have my show, Kiki Funny Mama Night
That's right.
Out. So it's like
Okay, cool.
Women History Month in March anyway. So it's a all female lineup. Not all Asians, but we have a few diversity higher. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so it's gonna be fun. It's in Pasadena, and what else? Yeah, and then I have another show next Saturday. It's like a karaoke show where I'll sing a song and then do stand up, or do stand up then sing a song. Hi, John. Yeah, and then what else? Yeah, have shows, like Laugh Factory show. Just have show. It's easy to have shows because it's always going. Sometimes I have shows in San Diego. Then I'm going to be going to New York, and then I'm working on season 2 of Sweet and Sour Chicks. So I need to sit there and lock myself in the room and just. I've been writing for a while. I just need to really finalize everything, and yeah, it's the mom life. It's like, oh, I need to feed my son. Okay, I forgot. What was I doing?
I know. Oh my God, I can only imagine. So what is Sky up to these days? He's a little firecracker, and you guys are hilarious together. He's always up for anything.
I know he loves getting filmed. He's like, show everybody the video. There's one video where we just started making fun video because I'm like, oh, I act, and why wait to create funny content? So we just started doing it as a family. Like he's like he found a whistle. We went to this Chinese convention during Lunar New Year, gave away all these red bags with the little whistle with the red little string with it, and he took it out.
Awesome.
He started playing with it. I'm like, let's do a video, and he's like, it's how to whistle at a girl. So you're like whistling, and I'm like, stop it, and then you have to watch the video. Have you seen it? And then my husband comes in and takes me to jail. And I'm like, it's him. I'm not, being a nuisance. It's him. Francie said, I went to Comedy Stripe 81st and 2nd Avenue. Oh, nice. New York, huh? Yeah, that's a great venue. New York has such great comedy. It's like comedy every night. You could do 3-4 shows a night. I mean, you live there. There's so much going on. Way more.
So much.
I like New York because you could do so many shows in one night.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
you walk everywhere.
Yeah, you do. It's amazing for that. It's absolutely amazing. And there's just, so much talent. But LA is the same way. I mean,
yeah, but you have to drive to the different clubs more. I mean, the Laugh Factory, the Improv, the store is pretty close. But then, I don't know, I hear all my friends, they're like, yeah, it's much easier in New York. And Francie, you have to come to the show at Caroline's on Broadway in May. We have a show.
Yeah, she'll go.
Yeah.
She'll go. And so is your husband in comedy? Because he's in all the little clips that you do are they TikTok or just in IG Reels?
I put it all on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook now. And I just one video, just put them all, because they all have the Reels format, Yay.
Yeah.
And he loves stand-up. He actually started listening to it way before I started doing stand-up. He's like, this is funny. This is, sometimes I call him a joke killer because But I guess you shouldn't run your new jokes by your, your partner because they're like, I don't care. And he's so Chinese. He's like, nothing is funny. I'm like, you're killing all my jokes. Like, this is the first, so I don't even try. But lately I've been filming him sometimes. Like, I have a new one coming out. I'm gonna post tomorrow or soon. How like Asian married couple conversations, like how you
Oh
talk.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, that
yeah.
one's hilarious. At the end, he's just like it's he's just a man of few words.
Well, if he's a tough customer, then he's really going to up your game. Like if
Yeah,
you can
so
make him laugh, it's good material. So that's,
exactly.
that's not so bad.
Yeah, exactly. And I try not to just don't even bother. Like he makes me nervous. Like I don't know why. It's like my mom. My mom made me nervous when I used to play the piano. My mom would she'll be there. I'll start sweating. Like my hands start slipping off the keys. I played for like 10 years in Hong Kong, and then she watches me. I'm like, oh no. I feel like sometimes I feel like that with my husband. I don't know why. You marry your mom. I don't know. But he
Maybe
cooks really
so.
well. He cooks
But what?
really well. He
Yeah.
cooks really well, so
Well, there you go. There's that then. There's that.
I'm fed.
And so and what about Sky? Does he tell you when you're funny and tell you when you're
Yes.
not? I'm sure he's
Oh,
like
he said, "You're the
brutal.
best comedian in the world." He's like, "Mommy,
Yeah.
I'm a baby comedian too." And then when he says something funny, he's like, "Mom, that's funny." Yeah, because I'm laughing. He's like, "Put that in your joke. Put that in your joke." Like I call him a terrorist. Sometimes he comes with me to the shows and he hangs out in the green room. He knows what I'm saying when I'm running my set, and then he's like, "I am a terrorist," because I call him a terrorist. He doesn't get offended. He's like, "Yeah, I am a terrorist," And he's like, "Put that in your joke. Whatever he says is funny." Oh, he said, "Yeah, in Vegas we went on family trip, and you agree that daddy's kisses are like zombie kisses, and my kisses are like unicorn rainbows." He's like, "Put that in your joke." Isn't that so cute? Unicorn rainbow.
So cute.
I need to say
So
that on
cute.
stage this week. I'm gonna try to do that.
You're going to be working for him pretty soon.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I think we're all going to be working for him pretty soon. He's got it going on.
He's so animated. He's so outgoing. I mean, when
So
he was in
cute.
my belly, I was doing theater in San Diego. So while he was in my belly, I was still acting. So, I think he was born for it. Because he plays my son in Sweet and Sour Chicks too. And I think he's the star in that. It's just so natural and like, Yeah.
Don't you think there's something to that? I mean, I totally think there's something to that he's like, we're still absorbing and learning and growing, even in the belly. And that, like, I totally believe that I'm sure shaped him for life.
Yeah, I think so too. He's not afraid to like express himself. And he's super friendly, and then when he read lines like do it again. There's one that I posted, he turns into Chucky. Like I was cooking breakfast for him, French toast, and then he found a steak knife. I don't know how he like, "Mommy," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, we have to film something." And then I just filmed him going, "I'm Chucky," and because I have a joke about him turning into Chucky, and then I just went, "Ah!" And then everything comes out like the pan I'm holding, and then he's like, "Show everybody." He's so excited about it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He can be like, he's probably getting good at editing and can be your full like edit house for new clips.
I made him do just that Chucky thing like 10 times because he like walked in slower one time, too far right. He was like, "Okay, I'll keep going." I was like, "Okay, he's really into this." And I'm like, "Be scarier or be like more relaxed." Or he's just like, yeah, he's like, "Okay, let's keep going." It's so funny. And then he's proud of it. Yeah.
Does he know that he wants to get into acting or comedy? Does he know that now?
Comedian. I don't know. He said he wanted to be a comedian magician for a while, but I don't. Who knows next year what he wants to be? But so far, yeah, he wants to be Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog too.
How old do you have to be to have an IG account?
He has one already.
He does?
Yeah, he has with Super Skying, SKYNG. Yeah, because he did a diaper commercial for Jessica Alba when he was 11 months, the honest diaper. He was like the crawling baby,
Cute.
and then posted it, and then after that I reposted it, and then we just put it was like a little the journal diary of him growing up for me. Like I can see it, I could set it private anytime, and then we just left it there. And yeah, and he likes me posting like his little sketches for him. We'll see when
Cute.
he gets older. He might be like, I don't, then I'll just like, fine, you could take over or delete it.
No, it's nice that you have that.
Yeah, because
It's
I see
definitely
when
nice.
he was like 11 months, a year, 2, 3, 4. He used to break dance on the floor and just break. I like we go to hot pot Sunday. Here's a song. He just break dances. I have a video on there on his page too. It's so cute. Like remembering how, because he's tall and skinnier now, and before he was like chubby, cute, small.
So
Little.
cute. So
Yeah.
cute.
Oh, they grow up fast.
So that's where you get most of your material, like when you're writing. I mean, it's mostly just family experiences at this point, right?
Yeah, family and like married life, or like my parents, or just observations, like I have like an hour. I did an hour during the Crazy Book Asian Comedy Festival last year, and yeah, I just talked about so many things, like Hong Kong, living in Hong Kong, being in Seattle, and then getting sick. I had autoimmune disease. So I had 9 packs of blood transfusion, and I joke about
Wow.
my mom's like, "You're not Chinese no more." And then yeah, right? Like that's what she would think. You would think like something else, right? But she's thinking about that I'm not Chinese because my blood is all after 9 packs. It's like I'm white now, or I'm black, or Vietnamese, or who knows. It's crazy.
So you're right. You post a lot about your mom, where you
Yes.
impersonate her, and it's really funny. So she is, I mean, very strong personality,
Yeah.
very dominant. So what was that? What was that like? And does she roll with it now? Like, does she think it's funny, or is she not aware of
I
all of
think
the
she
videos?
I think she saw in my one woman show when I was talking about it, like I was like a tiger mom. I mean, she's like, I'm a tiger mom. I'm like, yeah. I mean, you made me play piano 3 hours every day. I couldn't do
Yeah.
anything. Like I get 99. You're like, why don't you get 100? Like, I mean, you beat me with a bamboo stick. Like when I didn't do homework. Like
Yeah.
you are tiger. It's okay though, because I turned out I don't find that something bad. Year of the tiger, like tiger mom. Now I feel like I'm the new generation of tiger mom, but it's a different way, like it's not a bad thing. She knew what she could only teach me what she knew, which is so much better than her mom. She tells me, just like I was, when I just didn't answer my mom fast enough, she throws a rice bowl in my face, and then she'd be like, and it fell, and it pow, and it cut me in my eye. I'm like, oh my gosh, that story she tells me like all the time, like not lately, but all the time growing up. So I'm like, okay, I had it good, because bamboo stick versus a bowl cutting my eye. Okay, I think she's easy on me. But she's a great mom. I mean, she got her degree like when she was in her 50s, a bachelor's degree. So she's a
Amazing.
healer. Yeah, so she's very she would love the red dress too. She's in Hawaii.
Oh, is she where?
Yeah, Big Island. I
Oh,
haven't been
Big Island. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cleaning.
Big Island. But don't you think that the discipline has served you well? Like,
Yeah,
I know that, I mean, 3 hours a day on the piano. Was that 5 days a week?
yeah.
I
Or
mean,
seven
that's
days.
a
I don't
lot.
know. A lot. I didn't mind
That's a
it.
lot.
It kind of kept me centered. But after I got sick with the autoimmune disease, I don't know, my personality changed. Like I felt fatigue all the time. I just didn't feel like myself. I used to paint too and sing, and I just didn't want to do anything. And maybe it's also because I was 15 and becoming a teenager. I just didn't want to be controlled by my mom anymore. I don't know. It's a bunch of different factors, but yeah, I think so I'm trying to get my son into some music, just foundational. He's doing kung fu classes, just to keep him just learning, like, because he's a sponge now and he likes to dance. So I'm enrolling him into
Right.
like hip hop dance.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that in LA. I mean, I know, but yeah, back to the discipline. I mean, 3 hours a day on piano, that's pretty brutal. But
Lots of scales.
lots of scales, but it shapes you as a person.
Yeah.
I grew up in the ballet studio and in a very similar way,
A
just hit it
successful childhood.
hard for decades. And
Wow.
you know, was like done with it. When I was done with it. But through my life, I've noticed that that really built the foundation of like who I am and how I operate is like the discipline, which
Yeah.
is pretty incredible. And then also just whenever I'm, you know, going through a phase or feel a little lost, all I do is I just get back in the ballet studio and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's really nice to cultivate something significant like that in your life that's kind of a touchstone of
You being calm
helping.
and centered. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Creative.
you know, I know 3 hours a day was a lot for you, but I get where your mom's coming from. And
Yeah.
hopefully as an adult, as you've like navigated your way through life, you better understand her.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, she wanted me to be a classical pianist and play at Nordstrom's. That was her dream, so I could like get free samples and discounts at half yearly sale. No, but I mean,
Did that
we
ever happen?
they
Did
don't
you ever
even
work
have pianists at the Nordstrom's anymore. It's amazing. Yes, that's so true. Yeah, they don't even have the pianist, but that's what the dream. My dad and her like, oh look, you can charge $50 an hour. Then you sell your paintings at the Italian restaurant, your oil paintings, 300 a pop. Then you marry a Chinese doctor and you're done. You're set for life. Like you're gonna be good. Like they had a great plan for me, you know? Like I understand where they're coming from. They want me to be taken care of. Like I get it. Like now I have a kid, I'm a mom. I feel like, oh, my son, you know, being a man is different than a woman too, you know. I mean, everything's more equally gendered now, but still, I feel like, you know, the pressure of being a man, of achieving, of you
Yeah.
know, and I understand my parents feeling like, oh, you have to learn English. Even when we moved to Seattle, we never went to Chinatown because they didn't want me to have any Chinese friends or speak Chinese. So, you know, that was hard. It was such a culture shock. You know, even the language was different because we spoke with a British Chinese accent.
Hmm.
I used to have a British accent, but now I don't have it because so I could be more American. So, but you know, my mom she speaks English very well now. She's just impressive. You know, she got her degree, and then she was like an honor student. She was trying to
That's
study
amazing.
math. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's amazing. She's like, "There's too much school. Okay, forget it." But
So do you speak Cantonese with your son?
sometimes like Chinglish. Yeah, we try
Do you
to teach
speak,
him
what about with your husband? Are you,
English, but we
it's all
sing
English?
karaoke. We sing karaoke like in Cantonese, like our old Cantonese. We bonded through karaoke when we met, so we sing karaoke. We sing the old Chinese love songs, and that's yeah. We speak mostly English. We should speak more Chinese, but he sounds like a baby. He has to think about it what he's saying, and it sounds just funny. It's formal the way he speaks it. It's funny. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that he'll like love having that skill. If he's able to speak it fluently, that's huge, huge skill.
Yeah, kind of fluent. Sometimes he's like, "Oh, what am I saying?" And he actually learned it from all the karaoke songs. He would
Oh,
memorize
really?
by listening to it. Yeah, he has no idea what he's singing, but he would listen to it over and over. Yeah, he's a good singer.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, I look forward to what's next for you and Sky.
Oh, thank you.
And I want to say that everybody needs to follow on IG and Facebook at Kiki Funny Mama and also Crazy Woke Asians. And I have to just call you out on that for a second. I think it's an amazing channel. And what you're doing is you're bringing attention to Asian hate crimes, which is really important. And I liked the content that you're doing there because it's blended and it's on topic and
Yeah,
relevant.
and we have a
Yes.
podcast now, Crazy Woke Asians
Oh,
with
do you?
yeah. Yeah, we're gonna launch it next week. Actually, we've been recording since last year, so yeah,
Okay.
I'm excited. Oh, Francie said I learned some colors in Cantonese. Wong, sik, bak, sik, Cheesy? 紫色. Oh yeah, 黃色 is yellow, white, 白色, and 紫色 is purple. So 紅色 is red. So let me type it for you. Wow, that's so funny. You put SIC. That's awesome. That's how I would say it. That's awesome. 紅色. So 紅色 is red. So, yeah,
so that's red. Homesick. Homesick.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I like it. It's a homesick episode.
Yes.
Cool. And then follow at Sweet and Sour Chicks on IG and Facebook.
Watch the whole season on YouTube. We're working on season 2, so
great. So you can find the seasons on YouTube for that. And then you have on March 4th the Kiki Funny Moms Night Out. So that's going to be on IG, right?
No, it's going to be at the Lid and Mo. It's a gallery studio, and we're going to have a live comedy show there. So.
Perfect. Amazing.
Come and watch. Yeah.
Oh my God, I would love that. And then Caroline's in New York City on May 18th, right?
Yeah.
And that's to celebrate Asian Heritage Month.
Yeah.
And then what's happening with Crazy Vocations? What's coming up with that?
Yeah, so Crazy Woman will be in at Caroline's May 18th, and then
so that's all of you. Okay.
Yeah, and we might have a show in LA. I don't know yet. We'll see what venue. But yeah, mainly New York, and then we have the podcast. So we have a lot of interesting guests on the podcast, like different comedians, artists, and then we just had the CEO of the Asian Americans Advancing Justice LA. She was there yesterday, and then we talked about what they do. They have a whole program that they train for hate incidents. That it was very interesting. So yeah, and we keep it light. We like conversation just wherever, like this, where it takes you, and we have fun with it. So
yeah. Love it. Well, you have to wear your gorgeous red dress everywhere you go.
I wear it for the March 4th. Yes, and now
you should.
Photographers and videographers, they'll take pictures and videos.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you when I do that.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see photos. Thank you so much for joining today and just being your gorgeousness in red head to toe. So it was such a pleasure, and we can't wait for everything that's coming up with you, and hope to do this again.
Yay! Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Kiki.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.